Hello and welcome back. This is week 6 of Jersey Wednesday. It's the Pittsburgh Penguins. I haven't thought too much about what I want to do here, so I'm just gonna... I have like a general idea, but I feel like that's how this always goes. Just like always, I'm gonna start with the logo. Here, let's put the logo over here. There we go, that looks better. Huh. It does not look centered left to right. It's almost there. I think that's too far now. Yeah, it's too far. Let's try that. That's pretty good. That's close enough. I do want to move it down a bit, though. Okay. I don't need to look up who's the captain of this team because it hasn't changed in nearly my entire lifetime. Well, let's get the right font on that. If people are wanting to know where I got these fonts from, I just looked up NHL fonts and I found like a download link to it. But, if I can find it again, I'll put the link in future videos. I'm going to turn the music up a little bit because I don't want to be overpowering it. Okay. We are going to make this white. There we go. With a black stroke. Let's move it a bit. That's too far up and to the right. That looks pretty good. I think I'm going to move it a tiny bit more, though. I think that'll be good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, so we can close that. Knowing me, we'll probably come back to it again later, especially with what's happened in the last two. Let's go ahead and move on to the torso. So, I want to do something like this. Then let's get a smaller one. Oh. Well, we gotta make sure these are at the same angle. So let's copy paste that. Does it just let me... Yeah, okay. Okay, let's make that white. Let's get another one of those. And make that... Whoops. Didn't mean to close that. Make that black. Is that the same distance? I guess so. Here, I want to move all of these. No, I said all of them. I want to move all these up a bit. Ugh. There, and then let's grab this one. There we go. Okay, let's see how that looks. Okay. I should have foreseen this coming, but it makes the yellow in the logo really hard to see. So let's go back to that. And I feel like we just add a black stroke to it. So, let's see how that looks. I mean, better, still a little off. Let's see, do I like it better with this logo? Well, first what we're going to do is we're going to fill this in with the modern yellow. Then let's drag it over. Let's get this logo out of here. Does this look better? No, not really. Okay. So I think we're just gonna swap these, not that one, to yellow. So now it looks like this. And that, yeah, that just looks a million times better. Which means I am also gonna need to change this to have a yellow stroke. Oh, okay, hang on. There. I think it would look better if I make it yellow and make the stroke white. There we go. That looks better. I think I will go back to the other Penguins logo, though. Like their current logo. That is too big. That's probably too low. Not by a ton, but it is a little too low. Let's try that. I think a little bit higher. There. We're just gonna call that good for now. Let's close those. You can close that. So that's like all I wanted to do for the torso. I didn't want to do anything too crazy for the torso. The crazy thing I want to do is for the sleeves. And it kind of goes up like through the shoulder into the collar as well. So we're gonna do this. And we're just gonna have this entire side be yellow. You know what? I think that's a little too much, but I'm gonna keep it and see how I like it after everything else has come together. And we'll go from there. So, first of all, I forgot to do the rest of the torso stuff, so let's do that real quick. Why? There we go. Didn't take color for a sec. Okay. Let's get good old number 87 on here. What color to make this? I guess black with a white stroke? Like, about there. Sure, we'll call that good for now. Oh, that is a little too big, actually. So let's move both of the... Okay, I wanted to move both of them. Oh, that is moving both of them. Okay. Let's move those, like, there. Yes, that's better, because that connects better with the shoulder. Okay. So, the right sleeve, for now, I'm just going to have black, and we'll do a yellow with a white stroke 87. I don't have the yellow on me. Okay, well, first of all... 87, 125. I'm gonna make it white for now, just so I can see it. Okay. And let's just get this, oh. Or that just works, I'm dumb. Anyways. White stroke. Oh, it's gonna be impossible for me to get the height on this correct with the other one. I think it's higher. You know, that looks about good. So I'm gonna keep that. Okay. You know what? For sleeve 2, I think what I'm gonna do is just put like some yellow on the bottom here. With a little bit of white. Because I don't want the bottom of the sleeve to just be nothing. What I could do is this. And we can do that so it matches the chest a little bit. Okay, I like that. And now we're getting into the real goofy stuff. So, left shoulder. Full yellow with some white down here. Is that... Okay, I'm going to need to go back to the other sleeve and make the white a little bit more to the right. I think you can see where this is going now. Where are the sleeves? No, come on. We like to move these right. Okay, that's not enough. That might be a little too far, but I'm fine with keeping it. This white is going to need to be a bit taller. Still a bit taller. Shut up. Still a bit taller. It's still a bit more, I think. There we go. That looks good. I don't know what to put on the shoulders, if I'm going to put anything on the shoulders. Yeah, I don't know. I'm probably just not going to put anything. We're getting a little goofy with this one, which I kind of like. Okay, anyways. That's that shoulder. I think I'm going to do the collar first before I do the other shoulder. Just like get a good left to right here. Okay, so let's get the collar. I think we're going to make this all yellow, and we'll make this white. Or we'll make these black, sure. And then, nope, that's not what I wanted to click. This yellow, get the NHL logo. And I think I'm actually going to make this top stripe black. Needs to be a little bit bigger, so I think we'll move this a little bit down. Okay, that looks roughly good. Okay. Let's go back to the main color. And you want to be black. Whoops, didn't mean to click that. These I just want to be yellow. Not really doing anything fancy with these. And then I think at this shoulder we'll have the top be white to continue like this stripe, and we'll have everything under it be black. So I can get rid of these. So just make everything black and add a white, big white stripe up here. Oh, you can't see that at all. Okay. Oh, what? Okay. Well, that's fine. Just rotate that. Put it on this side. Oh, it doesn't look great, though. It doesn't look fantastic. Yeah, well, let's just make it like that big and see what happens. Okay. This is like the first time I've ever had this issue to where it actually just looks like a square on the thing. Okay. How do I want to do this? I'm not really sure how to do this, to be honest with you. So what happens if I do like that? Okay. And that doesn't really become visible at all if we make that bigger. Then it doesn't look right. Okay. I think what we're gonna have to do is make this bigger and try to use the pen tool to curve it out a bit, which I'm not very good at doing. But we can try. Wait. That's not what I wanted to do. I'm really not good at using this thing. Okay. Well, let's try this thing called the curvature pen tool. I really need to get better at using this. I might install Adobe Illustrator. Oh, this is like exactly what I want. Okay. Why is it not removing from the shape, though? No, that's not what I want. Okay, let's start over with a new rectangle. Because usually it morphs the shape, and it's not doing that. Okay, white. There we go, that's more what I want. So what happens if we do that? Okay, you can't really see it. And I also kind of want this to be the other way. Like this. So what happens if we do that? That's kind of more what I'm looking for. Except I think... let's actually flip it around again. Or no, what I want actually is for it to come out this way. There we go, that's what I want. Okay, that looks a lot better, so I think now we just need to adjust it until it looks like about the right spot. I think a bit more. I think what we'll do is rotate this edge in a little bit. Okay, that's too far. Okay, come on. I'm trying to find a sweet spot here. Okay, that's good. Okay. I think I just need to do the inside of the collar now. Like, it's weird, but I kind of like it. Whatever. Where's the... There we go, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, I like that more, I think. It is interesting, to say the least. looking at it, trying to decide what I think, to be honest. Okay, I have a little bit of a weird idea. I am gonna export this for now in case I don't like the new idea. Okay. So if I don't like the new idea, we're just gonna stick with that one. But I at least want to try this. As soon as it's done exporting. There we go. Okay, so let's go back to this part of the collar. Just get a white rectangle over here. Okay, needs to be more that way. There we go. That's good. Let's go back to our laces collar. And let's make this white. And we'll make this yellow. I don't know why, but that NHL logo doesn't look centered to me all of a sudden. Oh, wait. I mean, it should be. I don't know. It looks off. I don't know why. But I'm not going to fidget with it too much. Now let's go back to the edge. Let's pick that yellow. Actually, I'm going to go back and I'm going to keep that black, I think. No, wait. That's not what we're doing. Okay. Now, we can go to this, or not this side, the other side. And we can just make this white. And then I'll have to remove the white from the shoulder there. So let's go back to the shoulders. And let's just get rid of this rectangle. I think I like that better. I think the only thing I'm going to change is I'm going to make the sleeve taller so it more matches with the torso. That doesn't... My issue now is that doesn't align with anything. You know what? Whatever. I can just deal with that. That'll just be a personal pet peeve of mine that doesn't really matter too much to the grand scheme of things. Okay. I think all I'm going to do is go back to that second sleeve. Gonna move these up. And we're just gonna make this one taller. Yeah. Okay, too tall. Okay, how does that look? Okay, barely too tall. Is there a more efficient way to do this? Probably. Do I know what it is? Nope. Okay, let's try that. It's still barely too tall. Okay, that looks good. This one is strange. You know what? It's unique enough that I dig it. Although it is pretty weird, and I probably won't ever do anything like this again. But, you know, sometimes you gotta do weird stuff. So I think that's what I'm gonna do.